Hi everybody, it's Dave Neufeld with the Best Buy blog, and today we are going to be taking a look at how to set up the HTC VIVE Pro VR headset. So I guess we'll start out just by unboxing here, so we'll take it apart and see all what's in the box. So just got a couple flaps here on the bottom, open it up. So right away, just kind of laying on top here, we have an easy setup guide, so that's good, just a kind of nice step-by-step quick start guide to getting the Vive set up. So then we've got some numbered boxes here, not sure what, okay, so one is the instructions, then we got 2, 3, 4, 5. So inside box 2 here, looks like these are our sensors. Got a pair of those. And let's see, those are, looks like those are AC adapters. Got 2 of those as well. Presumably they match up with the sensors that we've unpacked here. And I think these are the brackets for mounting them. So we've got those. Okay, let's move on to box number 3 here. So we've got an HDMI cable, so that's included in the box there. And this looks like, that's a HDMI, sorry, not an HDMI, just a USB cable. This here, so that looks like a hub. There's a USB input, display port input, and power input there. So that would be, I guess, the hub that's probably going to go in between your computer and one of the components. And oh, that's another AC adapter, so presumably that would be the power for the hub. You can definitely tell right off the bat that we're going to need a lot of electrical outlets to get this thing powered up. Okay, so moving on to box 4. This one's pretty big. I think it's obviously the VR headset itself. Yeah, so there we go. We've got the Vive headset unit and the cable coming out of it there. So we'll just push that out of the way. And box 5 obviously leaves us the motion wands. Oh, okay, there. So we've got 1 wand controller and 2 controllers. And I think that there's something else. We've also got just a bunch more cables, power connectors for hooking it up. Okay, all right, so let's get this all put together. So the first step to setting up the HTC VIVE Pro is to install the base station sensors. So that's what I've done here. There's 2 sensors and they go kitty corner to each other in the room, in the play area that you're going to be using with your Vive. They go about roughly 6.5 feet above the ground, and they should angle down at about a 45-degree angle. So here's my first sensor. You can see that I've got up about 6.5 feet up the wall, pointing a little downward. I've got it plugged in just to a power source down there, and then going kitty corner across the room. Then I've got another base station sensor set up here at the same height and angle, facing kitty corner to the other one. In the middle, of course, here is where I'm going to be setting up my Vive. So next I'm going to be setting up the link box, which is kind of the hub in between the VR headset and your PC. And you can see it has 3 key outputs that are going to, 2 that are going to go to your computer, and 1 of course for the power. So right here I've got my power cable, which I have obviously connected to a power source down below here, but I'll plug that in. And then there's a USB port, which is going to be this cable here, USB from the link box, and then USB on the other end to your PC. And now lastly, this one is definitely the really important. So this is the video cable port, and on the link box it is a DisplayPort Mini port, and this is the cable that it comes with to connect it, and you can see that it's got DisplayPort Mini on this end, and then the other end is a full-size DisplayPort. So you need to make sure that the PC that you're hooking the Vive up to has a full-size DisplayPort input, which a lot of gaming laptops actually do not, including my gaming laptop here, the Asus. So I actually wasn't even able to use this cable at all to hook up my Vive Pro. I tried using one workaround, which was to obviously plug in the mini port and then use an adapter to convert the full-size DisplayPort connection to an HDMI connection, and then plug it into my laptop's HDMI port, and that did not work. So I kind of had to set this cable aside, and I wound up buying a separate cable, which is actually just a DisplayPort Mini to DisplayPort Mini cable. So my laptop does have a DisplayPort Mini input. So if I connect this cable, the DisplayPort Mini, to the link box, and then DisplayPort Mini to my gaming laptop, that did work for me. So there we go. Now we have all of the output cables from the link box set up. Okay, so finally we have the HTC VIVE Pro VR headset itself. That just has a really long cable coming out of the back of it. And we just need to take that cable and plug it into the front of the link box. And that's all that takes to hook the headset up to the link box. Then you can just push the power button and the light will come on, and you can see that the headset is hooked up now. Finally, we just take the controllers, and you can see they have a kind of a power button on the front here, sync button, and if you push that, they should power up. They'll turn green if they've synced properly, so you can see that both my controllers are synced properly now, and I am ready to go. If you need to charge the controllers, or the controllers aren't syncing properly to your headset, of course you can take care of either of those problems. It comes with USB charger cables, which you can connect to your laptop, and then also plug into the controller for charging or for syncing purposes. And that's all. You should now be ready to go. Alright, that's all I have for today, so thanks for joining me. Be sure to check out the Best Buy blog for my full setup guide and review on the HTC VIVE Pro VR headset, and for much more on the latest in technology. Thanks.